Are you here with me? Just looking out on the day of another dream, where you can't get what you want, but you can get me. So let's set out to sea, 'cause you are my medicine. When you're close to me, when you're close to me.
Risk it. Not on the, no.
Touch.
Oh God. Oh, how that works.
Hey there, fans in Comic Land. It's Leila here from the Comic Connection, giving you this week's super cool, awesome comic book reviews. First up, we've got New Avengers #1. One, that is, written by Brian Michael Bendis with art by Stuart Immonen. Now in this one, Luke Cage selects his new Avengers team and soon becomes embroiled in a mystical power struggle. Is his new team ready for this new assignment? I gotta say I liked it. Bendis and Immonen are at the top of their game. There's a good balance of exposition and action. I even laughed out loud when Wolverine stated what his true mutant power was. So the question is this the Avengers title that you should read? There's no Cap, there's no Thor, there's no Iron Man, but this does look like it's going to be an interesting team, and you know, with the creators that are on the book, I definitely say this is going to be a worthwhile Avengers buy. So if you like the Avengers, I would say you're going to pick this one up. Next up, we've got Brightest Day #4, written by Jeff Johns and Peter J. Tomasi, with art by Ivan Reyes and various other wonderful artists. In this one, Hawkman and Hawkgirl enter a mysterious portal, hoping to finally put an end to their battle with Hatstead once and for all. Boston Brand makes a visit to Dove and Hawk with some surprising results, and Hawk makes a difficult request. So, Brightest Day keeps rolling on, and you know, it's getting more exciting, but then I'm often left with more questions than answers, and I guess we're still building up to the big reveal of why these heroes and villains have come back and what their role is going to be. And why can, you know, Dove see Hawk or Dead Man when no one else could before? That's not really answered here, but it was a really awesome issue, and I am enjoying Brightest Day overall. So I hope that this just comes to a satisfying conclusion by the time we get to the end. Next up, we've got Pale Horse, number 1 of 4. This is written by Michael Allen Nelson and Andrew Cosby, with art by Christian DeBari. So in this one, a man becomes a bounty hunter after the rape and murder of his wife, and he takes his child on the run with him because he also has a price on his head. So bounty hunter who has a bounty. Kind of interesting. So anyways, the strange part about this was that I loved it. I really, really loved it. It reminds me a little bit of Road to Perdition and a little bit of the Cable storyline with Hope, but you know, it's got an Old West thing about it. So I gotta say, it was really surprising. Good job, Boom Studios. Pick this one up if you're looking for a new, darker comic to read. And last but not least, we've got Amazing Spider-Man Presents Black Cat, number 1 of 4. This one's by Jen Van Meter and Javier Pulido. So in this one, someone is trying to frame Black Cat, framing her for the thefts of some Russian artifacts. Why are they so important, and why would they want to frame Black Cat? So this one didn't really grab me. The art's not really awesome, or at least in the style that I like, and I didn't really like the layouts. And the only interesting bits were her interactions with Spider-Man, which weren't very many, but the ones that they were, it was cool. There was a really cool preview in the back for Amazing Spider-Man, the Grim Hunt storyline, so it's kind of worth it for that, but overall the story didn't grab me, so I can't really recommend this one. If I was going to have to recommend one of the books from this week, I would definitely say New Avengers number 1 is the one to grab, and if you like something indie, Pale Horse number 1. I don't think you can miss with those two. See you next week.
Hey folks, Jim here with this week's comic reviews from the beautiful Center Island in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. First up, we have Hardware, number 1, written by Andrew Ace with art by John D. Cardigan. And in this one, Zien is a media-hungry merc who always comes out the victor, while Halogen is the ultimate pro, cold, quiet, and deadly. And soon these two will meet face to face. Now, Andrew is a good friend of mine. I like his first work. It's not too bad, but it's also pretty amateurish at some parts as well. If you're a fan of comics, try it out. You might actually enjoy it. It's something a little different. Next up, we have Metaphor, number 1, written and drawn by Ted McKeever. And in this one, an amnesiac astronaut wakes up in a strange new world and meets its even stranger inhabitants. But it all seems strangely familiar. Now, I like trying new things. I always like trying new things, but I don't know what this is. I really don't know what this is. I cannot really junction to guess what is going to happen, and I like that. It's pretty original storytelling at its finest. I actually really enjoyed this one, and if you want to try something a little different, you might enjoy it too. And last but not least, we have Robin Hood, number 1, written and drawn by Robbie Bevard and Ben Dunn. And in this one, the legend of Robin Hood is retold as Robin robs from the rich and gives to the poor and battles the evil sheriff. Now, if you know the legend of Robin Hood, you're going to know what happens in this book, and I don't have to tell you again. Of course, you've never seen it told like this, with a bit of a lyrical sense to it, and Ben Dunn's art really makes it pop out at you. If you're a fan, you're going to probably really enjoy this. We'll see you next week.
That's it?